Also new today, we're talking about a local podcast. But first, we have to talk about a movie. Last year at Rhubarb Fest was the premiere of the movie Everything Fun You Could Possibly Do in Aledo, Illinois. This is the heartwarming and touching comedy about two high school friends who reunite at a school reunion and decide to work their way through their old senior year bucket list, all while dodging the local sheriff. It also features original music and appearances by country musician and Aledo native Susie Boggess. And next week, the story is expanding into a 4-part scripted podcast series. It features the original characters from the movie, plus a new one, and all the comedy and charm you loved about the film. The podcast, Brenda and Gabby's Absolutely Awesome Adventures in Aledo, Illinois, narrated by Susie Boggess, premieres this coming Thursday, June 25th. And we are being joined by one of the writers for this podcast series, Christina Shaver. Christina, thank you so much for being here with us today. I want to start with where you got this idea. Did you always know when you were making the movie that you wanted to also do a podcast?
No, it was actually a piece of fan fiction that came to us. While we were filming in Aledo, we thought it was a really great place to film, thinking that it's such a great set basically, and thought we should do a TV series here. We should do like a spin-off television series, and somehow we got Brad Ruggles, who submitted to me, who was on set with us. He was filming kind of behind the scenes videos with us, and he submitted to me 8 TV episodes for as a spinoff for the film. And it's very expensive to make television and kind of hard to get that lifted. But I was looking at it and thought, we could make this into a podcast and just kind of keep this story going.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Brad. And for people at home, a little behind the scenes peek into our world is Brad used to work here at Channel 8. He still helps out all the time with our Brood series that premieres every other Saturday here on WQAD. But like you said, there's a new character in the podcast. I hear that Brad is playing this character. What can you tell us about this?
He's an hilarious character. His name's Leon, and he's constantly getting in trouble with either his wife or the sheriff. He can't actually stay in jail. He continues to break out of jail to, do things like deliver food for the main characters, Brenda and Gabby, when they, get hungry for, a snack. So he's a very fun character that adds a lot of just like more local charm to the story.
We're looking at some stills right now from the movie that premiered last summer. And if someone hasn't seen the movie yet, will the podcast still make sense?
I think the podcast will definitely make sense, and it would be really great, I think, to go back and watch the film, because I think you'll kind of be able to visualize things a little better when you kind of see what the town looks like and see what the characters look like. But story-wise, you can pick up anywhere, and I think you'll really enjoy what we've got, what we've written.
So it's a 4-part scripted series, and I hear that the episodes are perfect for a drive from the Quad Cities to Aledo, like that perfect length. But I also heard that there was kind of a wild story behind how you recorded this podcast. What happened?
Yes, so we were so grateful to have a premiere of our film at Rhubarb Fest last year, and all the actors came for it, and it was a perfect time to record the podcast. And so while they were in town, we needed to record, except for there's Rhubarb Fest going on in the middle of Aledo. So we need to find a quiet spot, maybe outside of town. And we were actually so grateful that Spear Funeral Home allowed us to record our podcast there. It's very quiet in a funeral home. It was very quiet that weekend. We were the only ones there. And it was a really, really wonderful place for us to be able to record.
Oh, I love it. You guys provided us some behind the scenes video we're looking at right now of the recording. But Christina, before I let you go, I am really curious about what you think it is about Aledo specifically that makes it work so well to tell these stories, no matter what the avenue is, movie, podcast, or even TV show.
It's such a charming town. I think there's such a wonderful sense of community that's there. And more than that, like really creative people. We do have Susie Boggess in this podcast. Margot Price is from there. Doris Lee, a very famous artist, is from there. Gertrude Abercrombie is from there. There's something in the Aledo waters where I think people are just very creative, in addition to being very industrious and super community oriented and helpful. It's a really great place, I think, for many things to happen, including movies, podcasts, and maybe someday a TV show.
Okay, that was gonna be my very last question. Is the TV show still on the maybe someday docket?
I hope so. I hope so. It's kind of hard to get that lifted. You've got to have a lot of buy in from different places, but it is definitely in our sights.
I love it. Well, for right now, we will enjoy these 4 podcast episodes. They all drop this coming Thursday, June 25th. Christina, congratulations, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
And if you guys at home want to share this story, you can find our online version up at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.